Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday morning. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Sunday morning, guys. Have a download I want to share with you guys. I was having a conversation with someone last night, so I wanted to piggyback off of our conversation because it's definitely relatable to the chosen ones, destiny helpers, etc. How do you know when the assignment that God has sent you on as a destiny helper, as a chosen vessel, whatever assignment you were called to, how do you know when that assignment is up or when it's coming to a head and God is starting to nudge and prepare you to wrap the assignment up? Because eventually he will send you on another assignment. Now, again, I won't say all chosen people are destiny helpers, if you will, right? Chosen people are just vessels, but many chosen people are literally destiny helpers. Um, God, as a chosen person, God have really blessed you with favor. He's blessed you with abundance in different areas of your life and how, more so less the areas that you will be called to. There is an acceleration, there is abundance of fruit in that area. So, as a destiny helper, you are called to help other people reach their destiny. In turn, their destiny will reach other people. So, it's a trickle down effect, right? In the beginning, many times we miss the mark real bad, right? When we're just starting off, we get flesh get involved at sometimes. In fact, it's coming up now. I had a good brother who who emailed me like a week or so ago, and that happened to him. He the whole assignment just got thrown off, and maybe I'll make another recording on that. I have several on that, and maybe I'll tie his in there and make a recording on that. Because yes, flesh can cause us to mess up things real bad. But the more spiritually inclined you get, you have more control over the situation, even though it can still be very difficult. So it's more so less about discipline, but most importantly, staying connected to the Holy Spirit, who will always guide you and get you right when you start slipping. So how do you know that your assignments are starting to come to a head? Okay, some assignments are short term, some are longer terms, if you will, right? Just depends. But the whole objective is for God to use you in a specific way for that specific assignment. Each assignments are different. Some people may need financial backing. Some people may need an open door. So it just depends on the specific assignment for you. First and foremost, as always, short-term assignment or long-term assignment, God must get the glory from the beginning to the very end, period. Okay. Next, you're going to have specific instructions. Do this, do not do this, give this, do not give that. When I say go, you go. When I say pause, you slow down. When I say stop, you stop. When I say give this word in this stern voice, do this. When I say keep your mouth shut because they're no longer listening, you do that too. So you see, there's different instructions throughout the assignment, and none of it is based on what you want to do. None of it is based on what you want to do. And that's the struggle for some chosen people, because a lot of chosen people are also empaths. So your heart, your emotions will override sometimes, if you're not careful, the voice of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit may be telling you to halt on something, but your emotions are telling you, no, do this, help this way. You can't. You just can't. As a chosen person, as an empath, we don't have that. Empaths just don't even have that luxury. We don't have the luxury to move based on emotions because everything to us is emotions. We feel everyone emotions. So we want to save the world. We can't do that, obviously, right? It's a specific assignment. So the Holy Spirit is your guide, and you can get in a lot of trouble, when you start ignoring the convictions from the Holy Spirit. Now, granted, there's levels to this thing, right? Some people are just starting out. You are going to fumble real bad. But through each assignment, through each conviction, through each discipline, you're going to learn something each time. So then the more God keeps using you, it probably will never be easy, if you will, but it'll be easier to discern and be obedient to the Holy Spirit because you will know the consequences that will arise when you're disobedient. And so then you don't even focus on a person being upset, right? Or disappointed or whatever. You're now focused. Your main focus now is focusing on the Holy Spirit so you can get this assignment completed. All right. So let's use something as an example. Let's say it's an open door. I'll use two. Let's say if it's a specific open door, right? The person that God sent you to, this is their season. This is a season of acceleration for them. This is a season of restoration for them. God is ready to shift them. But remember, God has to use people, right? God has to use people, chosen vessels. Now, there's something that you have access to that you can open a specific door for this person. Now, whatever door you're going to open for them, it's going to be related to how God is going to use them for a purpose. They already have the gifting, if you will. They already have everything they need. They have the word that God has brought. They have everything they need. They just don't have access to the open door, but you do. So a lot of the times what God will do first, he'll have you watch the person and don't say anything. He'll just have you watch them for a while for different reasons. This can be, you might pick up something on their character and you might think to yourself, they're just not ready. But then that's something that you will still have to take back to the Holy Spirit, sit with the Holy, you have to sit with the Holy Spirit to like say, okay, they're not ready. Their character is faulty. So what do I do? Do I go to the next assignment? Do I sit here and wait? He'll make it clear to you. He'll make it very clear to you. He may have you stay because he will start to work on that person's character. Now, here's the problem. If the other person is going to listen, because most times God will still use your words to relate to him. Like, you can't tell them yet you're going to open the door, but he'll have you saying things to them that's going to convict them about their character. The wise one will listen, and then they'll start to really feed into what you're saying, working on whatever issues that God is convicting them about. But if they're stiff-necked and like their head is hard, they just don't listen, and God have given them so many chances, eventually God will come back to you and say, okay, they're just not ready. I tried. They're not ready, but I can't hold the assignment up. Next person. Don't get it twisted. We ain't that cute, boo. We are not the only people God can use. God will use anybody to get his purpose done. He just chose you, me, them, right? So he's not going to, God is very loving and God is very patient, but he is not going to sit here and shake us to get us to understand that I really want to bless you. Like, why am I going to fight with you when I'm trying to bless you? Make it make sense. I'll just go to somebody else who's going to be disciplined to put the work in order to level up. So I'll send my destiny helpers elsewhere because you're not listening. Simple as that. Okay. So let's just say that this person they're spiritually aligned. They know themselves. They have character issues. I mean, most people do. We're human, right? They're putting the work in, or they're maybe they're now coming back to you to say, well, can you maybe pray on my behalf to ask God, what do I need to do? Is it therapy? Is it getting around some mentor? Like, what do I need to do to really help my character, right? That type of thing. So meaning they're showing you that they want to put the work in. They're not stiff-necked. So God may give you, as a vessel, words or direction for them, or God may give it to them directly, right? Just depends. So now that God is working on this person's character, he have you stationary. He don't want you to go anywhere yet, because this person is really trying to get their stuff together. So God is going to give you patience to be patient with them, because he knows that, okay, I can use them now. This is coming up. This is why too it can be, listen, it can be very difficult, and this is in general, not just for destiny helper situation, when God won't allow you to walk away from a person or from a certain download he gave you. Like, you can see the person moving sideways. You can really feel like you're ready to like be released from it, but sometimes God won't release you from it. You got to sit there. And then you'll have outside people who don't understand how the spiritual realm works. Like, well, just leave. Just this, that. Well, I don't have the spiritual release. I don't have this. You don't think I want to leave? I just don't have the spiritual release yet. Because sometimes there's things that God is doing behind the scenes, working on people behind the scenes, and he's going to require you to be patient with them the same way he's patient with you. And it is so annoying. But what are you going to do? All right. So now let's say that it's financial backing. This is another example. The last example is financial backing. All right. So if you're called to kingdom currency, then God is going to give you supernatural favors on how to attract wealth, right? This can be a witty idea and invention. This can be people just pouring seeds into your life. This can be wealth transfers. It can be whatever it is. It can be that your business, out of all, I don't know, maybe you have a barbershop, right? But you had 1,000 barbershops in your neighborhood. Your barbershop is going to have favor on it. There's a supernatural favor, and you're going to have a lot of haters because they're going to think that, you doing something behind the scenes is keeping other people from their barbershop, and they don't even understand, honey, this is a favor thing. You're tapped in your barbershop. There's a ministry as well. But see, the average mind don't think that deep. They're too surface level. Instead, they rather hate on you to try to keep people from your, and the more they hate on you, the more people keep coming. Isn't it crazy? Honey, it's favor. The chosen ones. Point blank period. So kingdom currency. Your currency is for the kingdom, meaning destiny helpers, however God uses you, plant seeds, send people off to college, whatever, just shift them. All right, so now he sends you an assignment. It's time for this person to come out of their season of drought, their season of lack, because remember, seasons rotate, right? Some seasons we're up, other seasons we're completely down, right? But it's now time for the person to come out of their season of lack. God is ready to accelerate them. God is ready to restore them, but financially they're down. As a destiny helper, if you're called to kingdom currency, he can actually do things in different ways, but ultimately he's going to require you to plant a seed. So that seed is going to help to shift and elevate the person to their destiny. Their destiny will in turn reach more people for God to get the glory. This is why when you're a destiny helper, whoever God has called you to, you got to stress, if you got to sit them down and shake them for them to understand. God sent me. It's not that, why would I? God sent me. Do you know what else I could be doing? I would rather be on a vacation. No, God sent me. So God must get the glory. So you got to keep stressing that over and over, right? And most times they see it. All the times they really see it because, well, I won't say all, but because, definitely not all. I'm going to retract that statement. Definitely not all, right? But you have to keep stressing that, because once the door opens to their destiny, then they're going to keep speaking that. Like, oh, when people start trying to give them, no. I'm only here because God sent a destiny helper for me to open that door. So it's a trickle down effect, right? And then people keep hearing testimonies, and then they keep trusting God more and more, and then they want to do the right thing, etc., etc. Okay, now, the same way as I explained that God may pull you from the person with the open door because they're making their head hard with their character. Okay, so in turn, the same thing with kingdom currency. All right, so before God have you to plant a seed that's going to help this person come out of their season of funk, right? There's going to be specific assignments. I'm sorry, specific instructions. Give this exact amount. If I tell you give $49.75, you give exactly $49.75. Do not give 50. Give $49.75. Now, there's reasons for that. God is supernatural. Maybe that person light bill that's going to get cut off tomorrow was exactly $49.75. God sent you, give that exact amount. Who gonna get God has to get the glory there. You didn't know anything about a bill being $49.75. Only God could have known that to send a stranger, so God gets the glory. So there are certain instructions. Let the person know when you give them this, they are to do exactly what you told them, the exact amount. I don't care what else is pressing on their end and what else they need to pay. They have to use this exact amount for this exact thing. If God relays that to you, you must tell the person that. If you don't tell the person what God is telling you, you're going to be responsible and you're going to get in trouble. It's that detailed. It's that involved. Now, what happens if the person goes and do the completely opposite thing? You told them that this $49.75 have to go exactly on the light bill. I don't care if you're hungry today. There's a specific, because God will feed you in another way. But specifically, you have to do $49.75 on this light bill. Now, when you give it to them, they were desperate, right? Because see, when people are desperate, they say anything. Oh, yes, I will put the whole $49.75. Somehow, once that desperation cools down, well, I'll put half on the light bill and then half on, I don't know, a new video game. You have cursed your own blessing. You have cursed your own blessing. So now God will see it as a betrayal. Out of everybody, I chose you. I sent my destiny helper to help you when really there's millions of people who need help more than you. You had a specific instruction from them. They themselves told you it had to be done a certain way, but you thought they wouldn't know. But more importantly, you thought I wouldn't know. So, a couple of things can happen. He'll give them a second chance. Just depends. Don't try it, because people have literally lost their blessings on the first wrong. So it's not something you want to try or something you want to play with, but God is patient, God is kind, right? He give you a second chance. He have the person to bless you in another way. You do things exactly the opposite of what the person told you that God said. Now he's going to come back to the destiny helper. Assignment is up. I don't care what you want. I don't care what you feel. Assignment is up, because there are things that you don't even know about. I see it. You don't see it. You just have to go based on what I tell you, on what I reveal to you through the word, through your spirit, through whatever, the uneasiness in your spirit. You just have to trust me. You don't even have to logically try to figure out, why am I calling you to pack it up? You just be obedient and pack it up. I may reveal it to you. I may not. I don't have to. I'm the one who sent you, and I'm telling you it's time to pack it up. Now, during this time, what happens? Now, this is the time that the person now wants to try to overcompensate, put their best foot forward. Oh, I will go to counseling now. Oh, I'll go see the pastor now. Oh, I'll go to church. I mean, that's between you and God. But I know I have firm revelation to pack it up. And sometimes it may be the most difficult thing, because if it's a long-term assignment, you may have already become very fond of the person, or the enemy done got up in there some kind of way, some flesh ideas might have pop up in there too, and you're trying to navigate this thing. We're human, but you still kept it disciplined, right? But still, we're human. So this is why it's obedience over emotions. So you can mess around and lose your whole title as a destiny helper when you are not disciplined enough to allow God to use you. You're only a vessel. We're only vessels. We're vessels. How can a vessel make their own decision? We're vessels. So God will make it clear to you. The feeling that you once felt, like that, just that pure feeling where there is no hiccups in your spirit, a pure feeling that you're sent to this person to help them, and each time you help them, like you see the fruit, you feel the pureness and the peaceful, there's nothing disturbing you. Once God is starting to call you or prepare you to pack it up, you no longer feel that. There's not hiccups in the spiritual realm. You feel the person is ungrateful. You feel the person is not doing the right thing. And this is regardless of whatever words they say. It's regardless of whatever words they say. It's what you feel in the spiritual realm. He will start to alert you. It's almost like, and it can also be too, because he knows we're human and we have emotions and we have that. So it's almost like, well, I'm going to start giving you signs, because I don't want to like hurt your little fleshly feelings that you're going to be sad when I tell you to pack up overnight. Now, listen, sometimes he will have you pack up overnight. But you had convictions throughout that the time was coming to a head. Listen, I don't think I've ever had one assignment that I was pulled from that I didn't have convictions, not all the way throughout, because again, at the beginning, things were like really moving really smoothly, and then I'll get certain convictions, I'll get certain feelings, I'll get certain this, that, and the third, certain promptings. I'll go back and tell the person, listen, please, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. And honestly, I really don't care as far as flesh-wise, because I got my own stuff, my own struggles to work on. But I'm just telling you, because people heads are harder than a rock. Some people, their head is thicker than a watermelon rind. You can tell folks, I'm telling you, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, God is not pleased. And be very, very careful, because I know how this thing works. You really, really probably don't, because you're maybe not spiritually inclined yet, or maybe you are. If you are, common sense will have you to straighten up real quick, because you know how God will bring blessings, but he'll take it right back. So whatever you're doing, Please work on that character flaw. Please work on make sure you're doing this, that, and third, because I feel something in my spirit. So he will convict you throughout. Each conviction will take a little bit something from you. So finally, when he comes to you and say, assignment complete, I wanted you to do more, assignment complete. So once you get that time to go, then it's not that it won't bother you, but because you felt the convictions throughout, it makes it a little less impactful when it's time to move. Obedience over emotions. Whatever you do, never allow another person's lack of character, another person's stiff neck, hard head, won't listen to anybody. Don't ever allow another person who can't get their discipline in order to cause you to miss your role as a destiny helper. You've worked too hard for it as a chosen one. You've known the things that you had to go through and encounter in order for God to trust you. Why would you let a fleshly person, ruin everything that God have entrusted you with? You guys have a great one. It's your girl.